Hey guys, I'm Travis MOYE, owner-operator of the boarding school here in Orlando, Florida. After towing thousands of students here at the camp and out on the pro wakeboard tour, I know better than anyone the perfect ingredients to make the perfect pull. So we're going to take you out on the water here and teach you how to tow water sports like a pro. The most important thing about driving someone is to drive them the way that you would want to be driven. Focus on that and follow these basic simple steps and you'll become an amazing driver. I think a lot of people take liberties in their boat that they never would their car, but considering the fact that most people spend way less time driving a boat than they do their cars, their focus should be greater, not less. Before you ever leave the dock, you want to make sure that the cockpit is set up for you. So that means adjust the seat, get your mirror adjusted, plug in your auxiliary cord or get your Bluetooth set up, whatever you need to do to make sure you're 100% comfortable before you ever push off from the dock. That way, the only things you have to worry about are the person you're pulling and the other boats out on the lake. Finally, if you live in a state that requires a rider down flag, make sure you have a passenger in the observer seat that knows how to use it. You want to be hyper aware while driving the boat. It's a huge responsibility. Not only are you responsible for everyone in the boat, you're also responsible for those behind it and all around it. So if things are happening that you don't like, shut it down. Make sure you communicate with your rider before they ever hop in the water. You want to make sure you know their speed, their preferred rope length and ballast settings. That way you don't have to spend the first few minutes of their ride figuring that out. A very common mistake is for people to just pull their rider in circles. I realize it's mandatory in some states for you to drive a circle around the lake. But if you live in an area that it's not mandatory, it's way better for the rider and all the other boats involved if you find a line and everyone just shares that line. Ideally, you just want to find the shoreline that the wind is blowing out of and run that line back and forth. When you drive in a circle around the lake, you send rollers in every direction and eventually you'll have the entire lake in shambles. If you stick to one line instead of driving in circles, your rollers will go off to the sides, never to be seen again. Maybe I'm showing my age here, but I have a big problem with boaters who play their music ridiculously loud. Try to show a little respect for the people who live on the lake and others using it. Don't give the entire boating community a bad name because you can't keep your stereo under control. Also, turn it down a bit after the rider falls so the two of you can communicate. After all, it's the best opportunity to ensure you and your rider are on the same page. No matter how good a driver you think you are, there's always room for improvement. Never get complacent behind the wheel because you're directly responsible for your friends and your family's safety, their fun, and ability to improve. One thing I pride myself on is that the person behind the boat never has to worry about anything other than their ride. If you can do that, you've won the battle.